The following program is brought to you in part by Rich Anzalone's RE/MAX A-Team.
Inside the wellness programs at the Marlboro Public Schools. What it takes to become an Iron Man. What the Marlboro Junior Women's Club is all about. Hello and welcome to another issue of the magazine. I'm Dan Ginden. As we went inside our schools this month, we found out just how important the health and wellness is of our students.
It began as an idea and evolved into a movement. Now the health and wellness of Marlboro students is a priority. The Metro West Health Foundation funded a $150,000 grant to the Marlboro Public Schools in 2007. The Massachusetts Elementary School Principals Association was involved in getting the grant.
It's all about the kids. As educators and as a professional association of educators, we are really dedicated to making sure that kids have the best opportunities to learn, and they can do that when they're healthy.
Each school in the public school system now has a wellness council. The goal of each council is to create programs that bring families, students, and the greater community together as best fits that particular school.
The Massachusetts Elementary School Principals Association wrote a grant to the Metro West Community Healthcare Foundation and received funding for 3 years to improve wellness and to change attitudes about wellness in the city of Marlboro. And our vehicle for doing that primarily is through the Marlboro Public Schools.
We created a model so that the schools would each develop a wellness council.
This was introduced primarily by the superintendent of schools, and my role in central office is an extension of that, so I'm primarily here to represent our ongoing effort to be able to support not only the curriculum initiatives but also other initiatives that are automatic extensions to the parents and to the community of Marlboro.
The Marlboro Public Schools have all joined together to accomplish one thing at a time: to get the kids more active in their daily routines, enough to actually change their healthy habits for years to come.
We're into our second year now, and the whole point is to put the community together in action as far as nutrition, wellness, exercise, education. And it's really about an attitude as well. Can we change people's thought process or attitude towards, getting some exercise or eating the right type of foods and getting a little healthier and trying to impact the obesity.
We have about 35 members of a wellness committee that represents all of the schools.
Last year we trained 35 to 40 parents, staff members, and community members at 6 training sessions on the importance of wellness and how it relates to student achievement, and how wellness can, if you're well, you can actually improve student achievement. And we did trainings on both the importance of good, sound nutrition and proper and adequate amount of exercise, as well as lessons on how to reduce stress through stress management techniques, and also the importance of good self-esteem.
The schools themselves have initiated programs to change the food in the schools to be more healthy. They've also started exercise programs for before and after school. The programs developed in the Marlboro Public School System will target nutrition, wellness, and exercise for the students to have healthier attitudes.
Here at JARC, we have a Smart Moves program in the morning, 2 mornings a week. It's an exercise, fitness, getting the kids moving program. The more activity they get, the healthier they are. Certainly as a physical educator, I see this as being great because in the gym, the difference is that we work on a skill set. That besides the exercise and the activity, they work on skills that they need to know to go forward. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing, and the parents who run it and the teachers who volunteer have been terrific.
The wellness committees are made up of parents, teachers, and principals. Since this is a new program, they are learning as they go and making adjustments to the program as needed. But so far, the feedback has been good, and most of all, the kids want to do them.
I actually did questionnaires home to the parents just to get kind of feedback and from the teachers, and a lot of these kids that are usually really sluggish in the morning, they're bright, ready to go. The exercises help them. I have parents putting kids in the group for just social reasons, just to interact with the peers. And as well as a school nurse, we're required to weigh and measure all the kids. Some of the kids are overweight or just don't get enough exercise. So it's been awesome for the parents. They drop the kids off at 10 of 8 and till 9 o'clock. And we're looking to just do it the entire school year. We keep extending the sessions because, we're having a good time.
They also are trying to institute an after-school program that they've had before, and they're looking for funding to reinstitute, which is called Mission Nutrition.
I've been so impressed by the dedication that they have given to this project, teachers and school personnel, both principals and teachers and the school nurse. They're all working together.
Our goal really is to increase the numbers of people who are participating on those wellness councils. In many cases, it may only be 2 or 3 people. And there's not a great deal of work that needs to be done so much as just a matter of really getting the word out about the issues around obesity and some of the related health issues that come with that. At Richer School, they've instituted informally, and now probably will follow up with a much more formal program. They had already instituted last fall the walking school bus with a small group of children who were meeting with parents at the 99 restaurant in the morning, certain mornings of the week, and walking to school. At the Kane Elementary School, one of the counselors in their school, in the lunchroom, she walks around and she looks for students who are eating particularly healthy lunches, and they celebrate that and they announce it over the loudspeaker, and the children who get recognized for that feel very proud about the fact that they're being recognized for eating healthy meals. At the high school, they have a new fitness center with a lot of support from the Wayside Swim and Racket Club, and they have lots of new equipment. It's an expanded fitness center there, so they're very proud of that work that they've been doing there. All the schools actually are moving ahead, and all of them have some activities that they've begun.
An exciting new place to visit is the new fitness room at the Marlboro Middle School. Since, of course, smaller equipment was needed, new equipment was bought with the grant money. Also, old equipment donated from the high school was refurbished and added to the new facility. The fitness room is open to staff before school. Students are rotated through during phys ed classes, and it's open to both students and staff after school.
Children need to not be obese because that is producing tremendous health problems for them. And when you're sick, you can't learn as well. You have a healthy child, you have a better learner. And that's why the role of MESPA in all of this is what it is.
The United States has seen a decrease in the number of children who are physically active and an increase in the number of children who are overweight. MESPA and the Marlboro Public Schools have also teamed up with Mass Rides to promote safe routes for children to walk or bike to and from school. The benefits to walking or biking to school are to enhance the health of kids. Increased physical activity can combat a host of health problems facing kids today. To improve air quality and the environment. Replacing car trips to school with walking or biking can help reduce air pollution. To create safer routes for walking and biking. Sidewalks, education programs, and traffic calming measures are some ways to improve conditions.
I think the challenge will be to the parents because as part of my responsibilities, I have school bus transportation, and on a daily basis I hear the need for more school buses because the parents don't want the children walking long distances from bus stops to their homes, etc. So I think that if we can kind of reverse that mindset of introducing this program to really enhance more walking and, with supervision, of course, that this will be not only a positive for the students of Marlboro, but also help the parents to kind of eliminate some of their fears about safety issues and safe walking paths, etc.
Programs like Walk Across America are going to be starting in some of the schools. When students choose to walk to school, they can keep track of it on their new pedometers. Then they can keep track of their steps and see where their steps would take them on a larger scaled map.
If we all work together on this and are able to provide the same information and work towards having healthy snacks, having healthy meals, making opportunities for better and more exercise for students, then it's a win-win-win situation.
We have the Business Wellness Council that we've also begun. Martin Levins, who is is a community member and on our wellness committee, has formed that. And he's working with different, getting other businesses in town involved. Right now, it's what we're looking for is to get businesses that have ways that maybe they can donate some funds to the Business Wellness Council, who in turn will work through the Marlboro Education Foundation, which is attached or associated with the Marlboro Public Schools.
it's our schools, but healthy kids in schools are as important. So having a great education system with their kids not being able to learn because they don't get exercise or they're not fed, in school they're going to learn an awful lot more if those two things happen.
Every resident in Marlborough is welcome, and every business in Marlborough is welcome to join forces with us to really, what we hope to do is just literally change the mindset about wellness in this community. And what we would like to see at the end of 3 years is the beginning of a community that is identified as a community that embraces wellness.
It's just good to see if we can change the generation that's gonna come up.
In developing and carrying through with many more programs, Marlborough once again is looking towards the future and preparing the students of today for a healthier life and hopefully a better world to live in tomorrow. For the magazine, I'm Kelly McLaughlin.
Kevin Brown is one of our favorite people here at WMCT. And in this month's How Do They Do That segment, Kevin showed us just what goes into becoming an Ironman.
We've all heard of an Ironman competition, but what is it really? What would it take to become one? Well, thanks to our local Ironman, Kevin Brown, the questions stop right here.
I used to have a motto that was, I'd rather run up a tab than run up the street. And now 20 years later, I can run a marathon like it's nothing.
Kevin Brown is on a mission, one that most don't achieve in a lifetime, to become an Ironman for the second time. Let's start at the top. On February 18th, 1978, exactly 30 years ago this year, the first Ironman triathlon was staged. Today, the Ironman journey is not just an event, it's an industry. There are thousands of competitors in 24 Ironman events every year. The Ironman event comprises of a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike race, and a 26.2-mile marathon.
It's just a short day's work.
Now that's a total of 140.6 miles, with every mile changing your life along the way. I know it sounds intimidating, but this event is truly for the amateur athlete. Any one of you sitting at home today can become an Ironman or an Iron Woman. Kevin Brown is here to tell you just that.
I tell people I am living proof that anyone, and I mean anyone, can become an Ironman if they so choose. They might be 45 years old. They might be 60 years old. They might be 18 years old. And they've got a goal to accomplish something like this. It does a lot for you to do something like this. I can remember doing my first marathons. I'd be like out running a mile going, how can somebody do 26.2 miles? This is crazy. But then as I started building on it and you do a little bit more and a little bit more, your body responds, your mind gets ready for it, and you actually discover that the human body is an incredible machine.
Wait just 1 second. Do you want to see Kevin at the beginning of his journey? Let's take a look back to see how Kevin first got started. Marlborough native Kevin Brown began a remarkable mission just 1 year ago, a mission to save the Addiction Referral Center right here in Marlborough. We took our cameras over to the ARC to meet Kevin, and for us, our lives will forever be touched. Kevin looked a lot different back then, but the message was still the same, to save the center.
I'm humbled, truly humbled, to be able to give something back to the ARC. That's what I'm trying to do. This is a way in which I think I can help to preserve something that I think needs to be here for many, many years to come.
We've been tracking Kevin's journey since the beginning. He's made several appearances on Marlborough this week, including one live appearance.
And I want to say a special thanks to this TV station because you've supported me all along every single piece of my journey doing this, and you were part of the success of how this happened.
Through hard work and dedication to his Ironman journey, Kevin completed the competition and raised $15,000 for the ARC.
If it were not for Kevin to enter an Ironman contest, we would have gone down the lowest in the budget that the Addiction Referral Center has ever been, and it was threatening to close us.
Well, it's 1 year later, and are you wondering what Kevin's up to now? Well, on April 13th, 2008, Kevin will kick off a 7 Ironman 18-month journey to support the ARC, in addition to the Right Turn in Arlington. Yes, I said 7 Ironmans. What's cool about Kevin is that he's making a major difference in this community, and he's doing things he never thought possible.
In my experience, I've crossed things I never thought I'd be doing something like this. Once, never mind gonna try and pull something to do it 7 times within 18 months. So you definitely overcome certain fears, and your confidence level gets better and you execute better. I found for me, I've been able to do things that I never thought were possible. Now I kind of look at it like, no matter what I think is impossible, it really isn't. If I really want to do it, I can do it.
Kevin's goal will definitely be a challenge to accomplish. Don't be intimidated. Set a goal that's suitable to you, but remember, anything is possible.
You can build up to get ready for that goal, whatever that is, whether it's a sprint triathlon, an Olympic triathlon, a half Ironman, a full Ironman, and it's not a difficult process. You do have to put in the time and the effort, and it does take away weekends, especially for the last 5 or 6 weeks out from a full Ironman. I probably train anywhere from 8 to 10 hours per day on a Saturday and a Sunday. I use a 30-week training program. It's a very simple Excel spreadsheet that kind of gives you your miles, what days to swim, what days to bike, what days to run.
Training for an Ironman is intense, but the workload increases gradually, which means you don't have to be in the best of shape just to begin.
Kevin says to get through an Ironman, you need 3 different things. You need passion, drive, and support. You need something to believe in. For Kevin, he's turned his Ironman journey into a fundraiser for a local addiction referral center.
Kevin plans to raise even more money this time around for the ARC so people in need get the help they deserve.
That's what we're working on doing. We're growing this thing and staying excited and glad to help out as many charities as we can.
The Ironman journey for Kevin has been life-changing, not only for him, but also for numerous individuals around him and in his life. Luckily for Kevin, his job has given him full support and allows him flexibility within his job to complete his Ironman mission.
I work in sales, so a lot of my accounts know what I'm doing. My boss, obviously, my company knows what I'm doing, so they're supportive. When I'm focused on my job now, they're getting 110% of me. Mentally, I feel I'm sharper than I was even as close as last year when I did this last time, and I'm even more focused than I was, and I'm a year older, not a year younger.
Having a friend or someone who may have completed an Ironman on your side can't hurt, but if that's not in the cards for you, there are plenty of other options to keep you motivated.
There's books, there's so many support groups out there. If you're on the internet, Yahoo has an Ironman support group. Every single MySpace, Facebook, they've all got them. And there's plenty of information out there about Ironman and triathlon training that you could use.
Kevin also looks to people around him for inspiration.
My major inspiration for April 13th, 2008 is Army Specialist Ashley Kathleen Corbett. She's a Marlboro native. She's over serving in Iraq. She's 21 years old and makes anything that I do pale in comparison to what this kid does on a day-to-day basis in her life. She is a true Iron Woman in Marlboro.
This competition is not only about shedding unwanted pounds, being a better runner or swimmer. It's about enjoying your journey each and every day in your own life. Kevin has learned that it's not about if you finish first or finish last. It's about what you've learned along the way. That's where the true accomplishment lies.
To me, my motto's always been, I'm not fast, but I finish.
Crossing the finish line is, of course, important to anyone involved. It's one experience Kevin describes as one of the most amazing feelings he's ever felt.
And the emotions that came through me were somewhat indescribable, just exhaustion, allowing yourself to feel everything you went through for 30 weeks of training that prepared you for this moment in time to cross the finish line. There's not too many feelings that can really touch on it 100%. It's just an incredibly emotional experience that was something I'll never forget.
Now, if you're sitting at home thinking that you may want to get involved, Kevin Brown should be the first on your list to contact. All he asks from you in return is help to reach his own goals as well.
If you are seriously thinking about trying something like this, get in touch with me, send me an email.
Maybe an Ironman isn't for everyone, but there's still something you can do to help. Donate to Kevin's cause.
It's very easy. They go to my website, ironmanjourney.net. All the information will be there to click on the ARC or the Right Turns logo to donate.
As you can see, Kevin would love for you to get involved. There's nothing he'd like to see more. But beyond all this, he does have a message to everyone watching.
Whatever you're passionate about, take the risk, get off the couch, do something about it, and you'll benefit from it.
For more information on Kevin's journey, check out his website at whatareyonuts.com. Start helping Kevin today, and who knows, you may end up at an Ironman competition in the future. In Marlboro, I'm Kristen Doucette for The Magazine.
This month's Faces and Places segment allows us to introduce you to one of our favorite groups, the Marlboro Junior Women's Club.
The Marlboro community may have heard the name before, but do you really know whom these women are and what they're doing? The Marlboro Junior Women's Club is a member of an international general federation of women's clubs. More than 100,000 members are in affiliation with the clubs in every state and more than a dozen countries to work in their own communities.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere in the community. You may not always see us, but we're there.
We try to be active and do things that are of interest to our club.
To help out wherever we're needed, whether that's the senior center or the library or the schools or an art project at the senior center, which is something we're thinking about doing, wherever anybody needs us.
Each club member pays annual dues to cover operating costs, but donates her time and energy to assure our community has the services it needs. Members volunteer in the community to support the arts, preserve natural resources, promote education, encourage healthy lifestyles, stress civic involvement, and work towards peace and understanding in the Marlboro community.
We're constantly doing food drives. We're constantly putting the information out there, whether it's to our family, our friends, our neighbors, or on the news.
The proceeds are always determined by club vote. We can help as many as we're able to.
The Marlboro Junior Women's Club volunteer community services include the Marlboro Boys and Girls Club, the Holiday Helper Program, the Evening of Giving, the Heritage Fair, Marlboro High School Scholarship Funding, Marlboro School Music Association, Senior Centers, Libraries 2000 and Beyond, Linus Project, and Operation Smile. The Marlboro Junior Women's Club is involved in a lot of different projects throughout the year. If you've been watching WMCT, you may remember us covering the Dancing with Celebrities Marlboro-style fundraiser event back in September 2007. What you didn't see were the ladies hard at work putting this event together.
We're sometimes in large venues, as our Dancing with Celebrities event, which was our large fundraiser. We sponsor the 4th grade spelling bee once a year at the middle school. We're small, where you'll see bins at the libraries and the banks because we're collecting food for the food pantry. So you may have heard of the name. It's just every once in a while someone's like, Marlboro who?
Cool Ties and Operation Quiet Comfort are projects that provide veterans and soldiers support. The WHALE program is We Have a Little Emergency, providing car seat identification kits to members of the Marlboro and surrounding communities. In 2006, the General Federation of Women's Club and its members raised nearly $32 million on behalf of more than 230,000 projects and volunteered more than 8.4 million hours. To be a member of the Marlboro Junior Women's Club is to be part of a worldwide organization dedicated to active citizenship.
Starting at age 18, anyone is welcome to join.
We're as diverse as the city that we live in. I mean, we have single moms, we have stay-at-home moms, we have people who have their own businesses, we have people who've been in club forever, and it pretty much encompasses everything that we have in the city. It offers something for everybody.
They are an interesting, fun, and diverse group of women who enjoy working in the community.
Anybody who would like to come to a meeting to check us out is certainly welcome to do so.
To find out more about the Marlboro Junior Women's Club, visit their website at marlborojuniors.org. For The Magazine, I'm Kelly McLaughlin.
That's going to do it for this issue of The Magazine. I'm Dan Ginden. We'll return in April with a new issue which we will be looking at the Assabet Valley Regional High School and what they have to offer. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next issue.
This program was provided to you in part by Rich Angelone's RE/MAX A-Team.